2 vehicles to the garage for maintenance and overhauling. It was under the control of the garage owner. So it was no longer under the control of UDP. It's not that the vehicle was here in my premises here and taken away. Then we'll be asked. It's under UDP's control. But this is absolutely under the control of the mechanic in charge. So the mechanic, and let me say the mechanic himself was shocked because what he told me is that, they had finished with the mechanical work. So it was the electrical work, and probably this was the electrician who took the vehicle, maybe even unbeknown to the mechanic. So no one can blame UDP for really not exercising control, for being negligent. What you said, I agree with you, Papa, I agree with you. You see, it's a strategy, it's all part of their ploy to make sure that our vehicles are grounded so that we cannot go on our political activities the way we want to with the aid of our vehicles. That is why they want to plant on Mutsavali so that the vehicles 2021 can be grounded. That's why they want to Karafa so that his vehicle can be grounded. Ibrahim Adiba, myself. That is the ploy. That is all the ploy. And I'm not sure, I think the lawyers will have to argue that, I'm not sure whether the vehicle can be used as an exhibit. I have not seen any vehicle being used as an exhibit. When they arrested the government vehicles, people carrying cannabis in the government vehicles, the cannabis was what was used as exhibit. They never used the vehicles as exhibit. Maybe they might try it this time, first time. You never know. It could be, you never know, they probably might want to do it this time. Yeah.
Second question is from a lady, eh?
Thank you very much. My name is Fat Kamara Jr. I work with the Fatu Network. When you were mentioning the facts, you made mention that the police should have searched the vehicle before getting the guy to their own vehicle. And then, yes, that is what you mentioned. So I was asking, are you concluding that maybe the police, it's just a question, maybe the police have a hand in this? Or in fact, maybe the mechanic that you give the vehicles to also have a hand in this? Because you really mentioned that if at all this is something that is really straightforward or that is something that is carried in a professional manner, the police should have searched the vehicle instantly instead of taking the guy in their vehicle and leaving this one behind, in fact, taking the key with them. So is there anything you're trying to tell us there? Thank you very much. This is a question I have.
Well, I have told you those facts so that, I don't want to draw any conclusions. I want the people, the reasonable people, to draw their own conclusion. Was it right for them to get this gentleman off the vehicle, put him in the police vehicle, and they take charge of the police vehicle, of the UDP vehicle, and drive it to Bundu station? And in the light of what I have told you, that the intelligence report we had, that myself, Sabali, Diba, Sonko, Honorable Saho, Yakumba, we should be careful because it's intended to plant drugs on us. I mean, what could a reasonable person conclude? This was planted. This was planted. Why did you let the man out of his vehicle? You should have driven with him in his vehicle. Go to him and conduct, if you don't need on the spot, on arriving at the police station, conduct the side there in his presence. That's what should have been. But I leave it to you people to draw your conclusions from it. Yeah.
The third question goes to a lady also.
Assalamu alaikum, Honorable Malafla Kanyufoni Manika Kangala. Actually, I have two questions. The first one is for Kabrinyin Kuoketafobi, Nigella Ko. Okay, Ntome Aisatu Quality, and I work with Gambian Talents TV. Yes, na first question of kalaminti wala nyinti ko. Na jere ko kabri nyinku keta hanimbi mo diamo siata social media and hanina communities also iba fo kanne. Sign the first stand mina be kala tolla stand nana ta police investigation or karo bari na ne ko hani sign abitaka na mamba whether it's going to be negative or positive. Mina be kala particular stance. And the other question is nalo ne fanako police ni kanyi kabri ni operational start min kata zero crime fenko nyinti operation ni kabra commencé ta na jere ko ni be fengol publish la e kam min publish wala nyinti ko ye fengol minu mutamol bulo kono e ko le publish pour mol yaaje bari na jere ko this time around ye patio ni na mutol ta ya publish minata fatol yamna ko it has something behind it for yaki jelo ko atola activities so alba min ke kan asiatale so il after call silent le janding 2021 election.
Baraka bake ila nyinin kar follow about police all ngamara ko police all investigation member kala na law nyati jeto well obebe depend la et la conclusion le kam so ko nga mem fo nga yilla memma o nga menji ko nga men nyanta kala olon polisolu e bela do ko kala nyamale ite fasar kala jeto to nya damma e bole fasala jeto men jata weke way fo ko nga fo nyame kese saba you know ko kulu saba do sobita kafo ko abata cannabis le bara fo kesolo fo cannabis kesol lomba fo nyo kesol lomba fo mun kesol lomba mo malong ya wa bare e ba fo kanyame e kamera kafo ko motobe farine motobe farin jambalale eda hani men safe kayto fanto itale men safe kayto e ko 3 rap saba wala safe kayto bare kafo nyame e kamera kafo ko mbama de tono le tatata ni moto kono bare moto ni la nyinin kar fulanjang moto ni me yadna yada isi ni lon kafo ko e be political la amanke fen finata amanke political yaji ke kafo ko ni be UDP toti nyano la ni be UDP la darajo ni ba jindila wala yatinna ye kuke de mandal la menkela e kamotol ni articles of crime ke mutajane e kamotol ni cannabis mutajane badi kamotol natal ko même fo ye mel muta ye fengal mel muta e kol damane fenke bar niaje e be nyinke kan e ko be political la pour UDP ka totinya ka UDP darajo dindi adun ko ngam même fo yama ko nyilo isata ya tinya nyaawo nyama ya jaw yandi nyaawo nyama wata kala wata kala kafa ko UDP UDP responsible ala nganyem foye but in fact ila en question de ansa wolung la wasuto you know na dinding kende or at least ngamera na dinding kende but unfortunately by the political and I wouldn't spare things Musa Suso at the station of the wolung that night on this matter. So ila machinations they started right there. Musa Suso. At Law Benna, they cannot deny it. Police officers were there, they cannot deny it. Why would he go there? Adunga ninjele, kava kone UDP incidents katadro, NPP la mo kumal, ekata police. It happened with Yakumba, Fenke Tata, Seumbala Tata. What does happen? To give it a political coloration. But in nothing that this is a good weapon in their fight against UDP politically. So, Motola Natalo Nying, foka UDP to the mall that Romobe Bafla UDP. Dol Banyum Mafola, Dol Baja Mafola, Baranyum Mafola, what is Sata Jamafola? I can tell you that.
Yes, gentlemen.
Considering the fact that UDP, to my personal opinion, is not only a democratic party but noble and professional, do we have a mechanism already set or stationed to avoid a situation of this nature in the near future?
In fact, even before this incident happened, I was approached by professional, well, this gentleman is also a professional mechanic, but established garage owners to discuss with me the handling and maintenance of our vehicles. In fact, on Thursday, I spoke to one of them, and my appointment with him today is at 11 o'clock. I don't know whether he's outside waiting. For my appointment with him is today, where we see and discuss these things. And I've also been contacted by another well-established garage so that we discuss these issues affecting our vehicles. My personal vehicle goes to that particular garage for maintenance. But this is a party vehicle. I didn't want to take a decision on that without really consulting with the relevant people in the party who could reach at that decision. But certainly, we are taking that measure, to ensure that nothing happens like that in the future. But again, you can only take that to such measures when you take the vehicles to a garage for maintenance. You park your vehicle like in an area or in a home where there are several tenants. Where there are several tenants, what precautions? Because it's sometimes difficult because other tenants in the place would go in and out, and other people come in and out on the pretext of visiting other tenants in the place. So all that we have to do is just to be vigilant and extra careful, and I think this is a wake-up call for all of us.
Any lady want to ask a question? Yes. We have to balance here.
My name is Binta Jallo and I work for iAfrica TV. My first question is, who do you think is responsible for what is happening right now to the party? What they wrote yesterday on social media saying that suspected cannabis were found in the vehicle, and you said it wasn't, like you said. So how is this? Because it's contradicting. Thank you.
Well, no, I think the contradictions, I'm not sure. They have put forward their version. We have put forward our version. And certainly we believe in the credibility of our version. That is why we have gone to the extent of naming officers that are present, and gone to the extent of saying how the operation went about. So if there are contradictions, we leave it to people with unbiased minds to really reach a conclusion. And who should point at the person or at the individuals who is responsible. But what I just want to say is that you can spin, can do everything, but UDP is not in this at all for this. Government vehicles, why is government not held responsible? That government was trafficking in drugs because their vehicle was used. In fact, in those instances, by their employees. And in our case, in this particular, the person is not our employee. We didn't even take the vehicle to him. We took the vehicle to Mr. Dabo and to drive that vehicle. That is not even the case with us. All institutions in the past whose employees we have found.
Yes, it's Fat Kamara again. The question I have is, seeing UDP against you, do you think this would affect UDP's stand in trying to criticize the government in any drug case or any drug issue? Thank you. That's my question. In the mayor issue.
Thank you. I think that's what the that is what will be their conclusion. These things were planted. That would be a conclusion. And the two are incomparable. You see, the cocaine has an international dimension. It has an international dimension, and its destructive nature is far worse than to sell, to destroy not only the lives of people in the Gambia, but in other parts of the world. And since the interception of that cocaine, those drugs, nothing serious has been done to prosecute it. And then you start questioning, how did Mr. Banta Keita, how did he escape? You know, with a vigilante to gather is Council Boriture at the TRRC that this quantity of drug, those type of drugs, cannot come into any country without the government knowing any unprepared. They would have done all the things they need to do, get the necessary contacts, and then bring the drugs in. That cannot have the intelligence operatives in this country could not have been traced. They should have. So to really compare that with this what they call tree wraps, I think yes, people who are really, it's not going to affect the popularity of the United Democratic Party. It's not going to affect the chances of the United Democratic Party. They wish it could, but it's not going to, because the guy told you, why would Musa Suso go to go there, go to the police? Why? Deputy Governor of West Coast Region, a few days ago you saw him organizing former APRC NAMs to join, and then to make sure that Barrow is elected. So for him and others like him, anything that will diminish UDP's chances would be their mission. So, but we are not bothered. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. My name is Sankola Janko. I work for WADR and DW. Yes, sir. Sir, looking at after listening to your genesis, seems like it is to the car. I just want to hear it from you officially. Do you think it is against UDP?
Well, you see, as I say, I do not want to make, really, in the first place, at that hour, why would anybody use that vehicle? Why not another vehicle in the garage? Why that vehicle? Why not another vehicle in the garage? Unbiased and professional. So we want to wait for the outcome of the investigation. And of course, if it goes beyond the investigation, yeah, then we can go with our party. Yeah.
Mr. Sonko?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Dawo. UDP masimal bebulu, UDP motol bebulu. Itla yamaro be kele minute o mol kan bayar ni umusonya natna naka audio bula ka celebrate nyum ko nyunta ka celebrate UDP atla lo ka be kele minute o kodo.
Besa ka hakiltu oti. Kana ka hakiltu oti damang par hanibe mel bulan la ni me long ko loi mansong moya muta. Wada zi haklo to ato motorcycle walta sono ya ba mo la motorcycle fanna tarado pour ka ko ke wala be kole yala o ko la fana fente motorcycle wal bal me yalla ka ko si fen sekiage bala jeto pour asi nukun mota jala wasi kole ya barakata nyawonya hakil tol tuta motolu be nyantale ngang haklo to ato kadu ko men kata te asikeno na motol la no fo police olombang fo kadu ko joint operation lomo for police olomban, for immigration olomban, for SAS olomban, for soldier olomban malon. But aketa security sector dokulate, ngamira ila nyaton kolu yalo kumo moile, wato etel nyantale, maybe nyanta menkela, isa ke, man la fi fanan ka ajay lota kala ala do kudla kan moma yalon ka ko de kudla abwa ke kan wala tola we are sanction outfits as he belongs to the actions of the delinquent of that pass very heavily but not in moment really and tem fambatan la wala koda yeah.
Thank you very much. I am Keba Ansumane. I'm a free. If this incident happens to be politically